Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So there are many content creators on this platform that really want to promote good news. Now, this isn't just subjected to YouTube alone. You're going to see different news articles, Forbes magazine publications, and even news channels like CNN or Fox 5 talking about good, promising, hopeful news that sometimes may not be realistic. Here's the reality of the situation. You give people good news, you get more likes on your video. You give people good news, they tend to click on that article or that video even more. You give people news, you get more engagement, likes, and watch time because it's good, promising, hopeful things that people want to hear. As I spend hours upon hours of research every single day, it seems like the outcome of the situation is constantly evolving. What started out originally with first stimulus check videos, and now we're on our second one, hopeful of getting another one. Many people want this so bad that I feel like they're creating this illusion, and people are giving into this illusion to the viewers that this may actually happen when in reality, that may not be the truth. So in one perspective, the past few months have been the worst thing ever to happen to many people. We're going through a global pandemic. People's lives are on the line. People are losing jobs, and people are unsure if whether or not they'll actually be able to live in the house they live in, pay their rent, pay their mortgage, or even have food on the table. Now, on another perspective, this could possibly have been the best 2 months of your life. You may have been someone who hated your job, and now you're making more money off the unemployment boosted benefits that you're getting from the government. You're getting free money like stimulus checks, or even if you're self-employed and you have your payroll services set up, you have probably been getting free money from the government that will be forgiven with that thing like the PPP loan or things like the EIDL grant, which is a free $1,000. Now, if we look at that perspective and we realize on the other ladder of things, like, hey, we're essentially just getting free money from the government while being at home right now. There are people definitely struggling at this moment, but for the ones that possibly aren't, this probably has been some of the best times of your life. You're spending more time with your family at home. You're able to do things or do other hobbies that you probably never have been able to do before because you never had the time for. And really, this is giving the perspective to our senators on really the reality of the situation as well. So here are the facts. Within the first 4 phases that we got for the CARES Act, we actually haven't even used half of that money yet. It's actually been quoted multiple times from different senators that we actually have no real good idea on how to disperse this money. I think because we all have this idea that we've gotten our first $1,200 stimulus check that, okay, we need another one, we need something else passed, but we often forget how many other aspects of the bill within the CARES Act was actually passed and introduced. It seems like one of the biggest struggles that the government is having right now is really getting this out in the deep roots of our nation. So I'm saying we have our CARES Act, okay? We have our funding. Our businesses are getting the money. Sometimes it'll get eaten up by bigger corporations. And now we're trying to get this money into other smaller entities. Maybe it's nonprofits, or maybe it's even just local and state counties within different states and jurisdictions. They're trying to figure out different ways for them to efficiently and effectively get this money out to the people. Now, another thing that you guys really need to be mindful about is that unemployment boost that you're getting from the government. So generally, if you're getting unemployment benefits from the state, sometimes it'll be a couple $100s. And I have buddies who are getting unemployment checks right now of $1,000 per week. And I was always thinking, how is this even possible? And we realized, okay, well, if the state is giving you $400 and then the unemployment boost is giving you an additional $600, $1,000 a week is not that bad at all, especially when you're making less money than that. Now, what the reality situation is, we're not exactly where we were about a few months ago when we were all ordered on lockdown. Everyone was terrified to leave their place. And it seems like, especially over this past Memorial Day weekend, people are just completely forgetting that this pandemic is still going around.
Holiday led to scenes like this one in Galveston, Texas, where the beach was crowded and masks were far.
Now, U.S. Senator Rob Portman actually discussed the need to incentivize other people to return to work. Now, within this new proposal, this means that if you do decide to go back to work, if something like this actually passed, you would be getting an additional $450 bonus on top of whatever wage you were originally making. So as states are reopening, it looks like the pandemic is hitting a plateau in many different parts of our country, including the one I live in, state of Maryland, Maryland gang, DMV boys. All right, that was obnoxious. We're not doing that ever. Here's what I believe actually needs to happen in order for people to see an additional stimulus check, because this seems to be the biggest question, the thing that gets views on this channel. What about our second stimulus check? So I'll give you guys pretty much my perspective and theory on what needs to happen, what needs to line up in order for us to actually see these checks. First of all, if we really want to see another stimulus check, I believe we need to see a second wave of the pandemic. Now, I don't want this to happen. I don't think anyone really wants this to happen. Maybe some people do because, you're allowed to chill at home. If we see a second wave, I can almost guarantee that another stimulus check would actually go through, because this would incentivize the government to repeat the same things that have happened in the past, whether it's another CARES Act, whether it's other additional unemployment benefits, which is highly unlikely because what they're doing now seems to be pretty good at the moment. But the biggest X factor that we've seen work in the past are these stimulus checks. People get it. People have been spending it. People have been using this towards rent and food, and it's something that people are demanding highly of. Now, another factor in order for us to see another stimulus check is that they would actually need to use up all of the money from the first CARES Act. During the time of this recording, we still have 25% left of that PPP loan, and people often thought, okay, PPP's all gone, EIDL's all gone, stimulus is all gone. No, they are still dispersing the first stimulus check to many Americans out here. So we still have many different aspects to the CARES Act that we just haven't used up. Now, if those two different things happen, pretty much like hand sanitizer, I would say that 99.99% chance that a lot of this would actually go through in us seeing second stimulus checks. Now, the third thing is we riot. It's another thing. I don't know why I got a cat cable for this. I could have gotten something more dangerous. But we could always riot. That's like another thing, you know. It's like, Brian, like the people have power. Like, y'all ever see The Purge? Like, there is actually some pretty good evidence in that, you know. Black Mirror, y'all ever watch that? We can always purge. Just kidding. Don't do that. You know, I say that half sarcastically, like we could riot, but like in reality, I feel like if we had mobs of people lined up outside of DC, like in front of these governors' houses and like, you know, saying like, yo, we want our stimulus check. You know, we got numbers. The people got numbers. And, you know, I'm not going to be a channel that incites any type of crazy movement. But all I'm going to say is the people got power. And I feel like people just forget about that. The fun fact with this cat cable, like a random thing that I just have near my desk, prop for a video, tax write-off. I got this for free. So when I moved into my apartment, my Verizon guy actually had watched some of my videos on my YouTube channel. He was like, yo, I recognize you. And he gave me a couple free cables. So it came to good use. I used it in a prop. So I think his name was Daniel. Thanks, Daniel, from a while back. So this pandemic is far from over, and we know that we still need to help out a lot of people who have lost their jobs. Many businesses aren't going to reopen. Many people are going to stay unemployed for quite a while. And the reality of the situation is we may need additional funding from the government, whether they believe it or not. So my question to you guys is, do you guys believe that we still need another stimulus check? Let me know down below what your thoughts are on that. And let me know down below if you guys think we will actually see another stimulus check. So I think it's clear to say that we do have a demand from people. Like we do need stimulus checks, I think. But do you guys believe that we're going to see one? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe down below. Now, on top of that, if you guys are looking to get free money, free stocks, I will have that listed down below. If you guys check out with Webull, you guys can actually get 2 free stocks, one valued up to $1,400 if you guys deposit $100 onto the platform. If you guys don't like the app, just get rid of it, take your money, pull your money out, put it back into your bank account. But I would suggest actually picking up your free stocks and seeing which stocks you win. Now, in addition to that, like always, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at CreditBrian, listed somewhere in the corner of the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Peace.